Good morning, Sagittarius. Happy Sunday. Sunday's just a day we spend hopefully relaxing, getting ready for the week ahead. So, what I deliver for your week ahead, because I do about 10 readings a week. So, we're just going over overall concepts. And each week it could be a little different because I like to keep it spicy. So let's get into it, Sagittarius. I guess I want to say please like and subscribe. I am so grateful that you're here. All of the information you need regarding personal readings and, things about the channel or about me, they're all in the description box. Today is the very last day that you can book a special, and the special is a 2 question special, regular time for $25, which is almost half off. So yes, I at the end of today I'll be taking it down. So think about it, and thank you to those who booked. As always, Ashley is my savior. So let's get into it, because the vibe is dreamy. Now, keep in mind that we have a lot of really good things happening in the cosmos, right? And Mercury is going direct this week. We still have the shadow, but I have found that the shadow before is much worse than the shadow after. So, you might not need to watch your mouth as much this week. But, I often find too that when, like, especially with Mercury retrograde transits like this, when it's getting ready to go direct or to end in some way, it's almost like a desperation in the energy. So watch out for that. Just saying. Just saying. But you may be feeling pretty dreamy this week. Just daydreaming about things. There is a very zen energy here, so I like to see it. I like to see it, but I also like to see about what's underneath, because it's like, what's brewing? Ooh, and here we have it, Sag. These are like your mystery cards. Truth and awareness reverse, like there is a truth coming. And it's definitely something you don't know. Boy, there's relaxation again. But we'll put that to the side and definitely look at that in the extended. So your point of connection is adventurous exploration. So that might be what you're dreaming about, thinking about. Maybe it's something that you've already started, like me, but doing things, doing different things you wouldn't normally do. And that can mean pushing yourself, for sure. I know, okay, so last week, I think I talked a little bit about starting new hobbies. So I started junk journaling. So, and that's like fun. I'm still, so it's just still just in the beginning stages and getting ideas, but like I'm planning all these things. Because I'm a Sagittarius, but they're all inexpensive things, because you know how we do it, like how we can start things and not finish them. And I have a lot of those things in my history. So I wanted to start inexpensive hobbies, so that in case I find I don't want to do it anymore, then I won't. But this is about, filling my time with joy and such. I'm still giving thought to an all signs channel. I'm just undecided about it because it's a lot of work. So I don't know. Such. But that's what's going on with me. those are the things that I've been exploring. And so, let me know what ideas you have been exploring. So, okay, if you watch the weekend reading, there was a lot there about reflecting on boundaries, and it's something it's something that needed to happen for for what's coming, because there is a new cycle coming. And so, if you don't know about it, like, watch the video. I posted it on Friday because there was a lot in there about reflecting on the past, and it was really about reflecting on past decisions. And of course, boundaries were part of it, because there was some energy in there about our natural naivety. um, and so when that comes up, there's always a need for boundaries was playing a part somewhere. And so it feels like the boundaries are in place, and now you can relax. So what's that mean for you, Sag? I don't know. Maybe it's just like drawing a line in the sand that you maybe were kind of iffy about, but it's done, and now you can relax. Okay. Okay. So what's influencing this week is interesting. So there's a woman, because Kipper is very specific. There is a woman, a mature woman. So, not a 20-somethinger, right? That could be influencing. So, I mean, this could also be you if you are a mature woman, and that means older, y'all. It doesn't mean, it means older. So if you are a woman of a certain age, there could be something happening in terms of your job. But I really feel like this is about a woman affecting your path forward. Like, because occupation is here, but also pathway. Because some people aren't working. I know I don't work a traditional job, but no matter what it is, whatever your path is, there's a woman that is influencing the work aspect of it. Maybe it's, whatever work you have to do. Maybe they're helping you with that. Yeah, look at this. Gift and unexpected income. Yeah, like, hello, we talked about this conjunction happening on the 12th, the 11th, and the 12th, which I'm going to look at a little bit for you in this reading at the end, because I do think we're receiving money. Just saying. So maybe this woman is giving you money. Okay. So let's see. What is Sag dreaming about? What is Sagittarius dreaming about? Ooh. What is Sag dreaming about? I feel like you're dreaming about, like, the King of Swords can represent your plan, right? Or the need to plan. Kind of does feel too like somewhat of a war. I don't want to say a war, because there's your intuition and then there's logic, right? And you're in a dreamy sort of state, but you know that you need to be logical about the things that you want, right? So, and maybe you're marrying that, right? Figuring out what you have to do. But it's kind of like both things are involved. Yeah, High Priestess and the Five of Wands. Mm. And I mean, you could be receiving pushback, quite honestly. So, like, there could be a Queen of Pentacles, or you're the Queen of Pentacles, right? You don't know exactly, but it feels like there are influences here. Like, and that's why there is this thing between your intuition and your logical mind. Don't listen to other people. Let me just say that. If you have a dream, just go with the dream. Nobody else matters. Okay, so how is Sag getting out of their comfort zone? Adventurous exploration. And what is it with Sagittarius? And it's like we have ideas and maybe they seem a little incredible at times, but people always want to push back on our ideas. Like I don't really get that, right? Okay, Page of Swords. Interesting. Ace of Cups. You could be learning something, and it's like really good for your self-care. That the Ace of Cups is about that too. Like you're open to it. Now the Page of Swords is what is Sag learning? King of Wands and the Magician. Interesting. So you really could be looking into things. And this could be, it's like something about it is different, right? It may even change like what you do going forward. But it is definitely learning a new skill. And it could very well turn it, and it could be in the healing field. I'm just saying, because I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to sound too woo-woo, but something about visions. Something about visions, and because the Empress is the healer, the Empress is the ultimate healer. But it can also say that this is opening the door to abundance for you. You're learning how to do something that maybe out of your comfort zone, but you're opening to it, and something about it feels really good to you. Okay, tell me about boundaries in Wusa. Boundaries. Yep, Three of Cups and the King of Pentacles. You're being really picky about what you support, and definitely in terms of your circle. And it could also be that you made a decision about your circle and it has to do with boundaries. And that could have really been causing you some stress. Tell us more about this. Oh, wow. A lot. Oh, wow. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, and the High Priestess. You're just kind of trusting your instincts about people who are going with you, so to speak. And maybe that was something, which means some people are not. And I do feel like you're being very wise about, so it's kind of like, if it's not growing, then I'm not going. And you're trusting your instincts about that. Could also be that, something comes out, right? But this is a really good energy with Jupiter and the Ten of Cups. Like, whatever this decision is that you made, it was a good one. And it's going to be a good one going forward. And I kind of feel like you value your own personal happiness above others. And I do also feel like it has to make sense. Like, whatever you're supporting now in people, has to make sense. And it has to make sense from a grounded perspective. Think like a Capricorn. Make it make sense. But you're going to be really happy that you did, honestly. Okay, so tell us about this woman and this path. This woman and this path. Two of Cups. Wow. This is about, it's not even about a woman. Well, it is about a woman and it's not. I mean, like, if you're a man, it's about a woman you're involved with. If you're a woman, it's about someone you're involved with. And this has to do with making a decision about whether or not you're going to put the work into it. Now, what you're thinking about your future, and it's not clear to you. Maybe it's just not clear to you whether you should put the work in or not. But you're going to figure it out. And basically, there's so much here about, if it's not going to grow, I'm not going to go. It's like a theme. Whatever's not growing, whatever relationships aren't growing, you're just not bothering with it. And I know there's some people that aren't going to want to hear that, but that's like a really good thing. That's a good thing. And maybe that's the boundary that you set for yourself, because we are about expansion. Okay? Point blank. If things aren't expanding, we will not stick around. And that is basically a concept that's really moving through your week a lot. So let's see what the cosmos has to say about this Jupiter-Venus conjunction for you. And Saj, I feel like it is something that's like crossing over your whole life. Whether it's because we were seeing like there's some gift of money that's definitely coming. But it's like whatever everything is about what is growing and what is not. And that's going to determine what you bother with. Well, okay. So what is Sagittarius receiving in the Jupiter-Venus conjunction? What is Sagittarius receiving? Growth. Here we're seeing it again. Judgment, aid. What is Sagittarius receiving? I mean, life is definitely going to get much better. God. You could really feel like magic is working through your life because it just feels like you're the phoenix, right? Rising from the ashes. And there could be some help or some aid coming to you that kind of confuses you. You don't know why it's happening. So it can feel very magical to you. That can be that coming out of nowhere energy, right? Okay, I was just making sure I was actually recording this. So tell us what this is about. Tell us what this is about. Eight of Pentacles, okay. What is this aid? So you are receiving money. I should say we, right? Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords, Five of Wands, the Fool, the Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Ace of Wands, Four of Cups. Like, I feel the gist of it, even though tons of cards came out, is that you're receiving money or help from someone you didn't expect it to come from because you actually felt like this person was against you. So you might really question whether or not to take it, right? Like, of course, when something's coming from somewhere where we haven't, they haven't been supportive, it's like, I don't really, why are you doing this? And it's basically because they very much regard you. Like, they've been watching, perhaps, and it's like what you're selling, they want to buy. And, they want a fresh start with you. And this isn't romantic love, I don't feel. I feel like this is an opportunity, and it makes you very iffy. But Nine of Cups, the Lovers, Four of Swords. I feel like you will open your heart to this because it makes sense for you to take it. I mean, it's like it's really the person that gives you this feeling. Like, I don't know why they're helping me. And I feel like the universe is giving this to you. It's also possible that this person was jealous of you in the past, but now they want to be part of whatever it is you're doing. Honestly. Okay, so let's see what's going on in relationships. What's going on in relationships this week? Relationships this week for Sagittarius. Someone wants you in their life. A lot. Okay. So it does look as if there is a push from someone from the past. But I mean, I don't know, Sag, because they were dishonest with you. And I feel like they want to be honest with you. But at the same time, they're not sure that they can change. But there does definitely seem to be a want for forgiveness. But, I mean, it's like they told you they wanted space. They weren't being honest about that either. I don't know. There's like dishonesty is an active part of this person. And I don't know. I don't know. But what's funny is they want you in their life. But at the same time, they're not sure that they can change. So what would be the point of that? I kind of feel like this person wants to unburden themselves. But how does that help you? You understand what I'm saying? I just feel that I do feel this person wants to fix things with you and they miss you. But if they don't believe they can change, right? They want to try honesty, but if they don't believe they can change, will they change? So let's see. Will this person change? A weird reading for me, Sag. And I'm just being honest here. You, of course, make your own decisions and come to your own conclusions. Will this person change? Oh. Came out again. I feel like they don't know, but they want to try. As a person carries a lot of guilt. What more can you tell me about this and this person's habits? The moon, not a good sign. Eight of Wands. Queen of Swords. Interesting. I feel like that's you, Sag. it's like you're saying you're not willing to entertain uncertainty, right? Either it changes for the better or you don't have anything to do with it, period. So you may be like giving it a chance, even though there's a possibility here that it wouldn't end well. But I don't know, Sag. I feel like this person, you know, a lot of times when people want to come clean, and that's why I'm not doing an extended, because it's probably this, right? They want to come clean for themselves. And so that's something to consider. Something to consider, for sure, for sure. So let's see what you need to keep in mind. What does Sagittarius need to keep in mind? What does Sagittarius need to keep in mind? Subconscious mind. I realize that subconscious beliefs or programs may be holding me back from my desires. For example, if I want money, I may have been told things growing up that I am subconsciously holding on to. So there's some, you might want to check in with your subconscious thoughts. You know, thoughts are things. So, amen, amen. So what's the good word? What's the good word, Sag? What's the good word? Oh boy. Sacred mirrors. Okay. The now. Fall in love with your own story. Nourish the sacred feminine. So I feel like you're really being called to reflect the present, meaning don't go back to the past. Enjoy life right now. Fall in love with your own story is part of cherishing yourself, which is like definitely the divine feminine. They are all a part of you, Sag. And the past is a part of you now. But I feel like Spirit wants you to focus on just the right now, right? Okay, that's what I got for you. I hope it really helps. Toodles.